You're on. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. We'll call this meeting to order and go ahead and get going this morning. First item on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes. There you go. Thank you. If you haven't reviewed them, please do. And once you have it, look for the motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Move on to our financials.
All right, can you go to the most recent tab then across the bottom? I don't know why it always opens up that first one, but it does. You'll see this is a pretty streamlined report this time around. I've got the cash on hand at the top that shows roughly 4 million. Open up mine because I'll just so you got 4.4 million of total cash and investments on hand. The obligations have that CD really isn't an obligation. You just can't spend it right away. We'll get that at the end of January. That'll come back in house into the deposit account. Arnold Stormwater project, that's still to be done, and that offsets the 71 above. So when you come down to this center section here, the non-obligated funds through 6/30, that should be I should change that through 12/31. You get about $3.6 million. And this is where it gets streamlined. The anticipated projects, most of the stuff that had been planned for this year, been done. That $1 million for the loan forgiveness, that's potentially going to close after the first of the year. And so this even gets cleaner at that point. So right now, just projecting out without anything else going on, and if my number is close on what the property tax distribution is complete, I just took a 3-year average. At the end of January, you should have about $4.2 million in the depository account for use for projects next year. This is going to flow through to what we discussed a little later on, I think, when Mark shows you the spending plan for next year. It encompasses a lot of what's going to be anticipated for next year. It may not happen, but anticipated. And then if you go to the other report that's in there, this just goes back and verifies. If you could scroll up, please, because Liz puts my clerk treasurer report front page on there. It includes some of the deposit accounts, but here, this is just what's in your fund account. Now, if you could go clear over to the other side, that's your balance. That should match up with what's been reported. This $2,700 worth of revenue, it's because you're a property owner now and you're getting rent. So that's coming in from up to Dietrich. If you scroll up to the next report, excuse me, down, I can never get the right. These are your expenditures for the month. You'll see that there's some electrical work that was done. There have been utilities that have been put over into the redevelopment's name. Scroll to the bottom. That's what a lot of that is and through there. And then you've got legal fees and any other kind of consulting fees. This Heritage Park title, that was for the purchase of the Fuchs home. So with that, I'll just submit it for consideration.
Questions, comments? Anyone else?
A motion to approve. Certain people.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, move on to our open business. Compass. So we've kind of led that to the next step, looks like, right?
Yeah, we called in JPR there. If you want to fix up something on the side. Thank you. Called in JPR to come in to help us with this based off because this is lining up with our Unlimited Lincoln plan of what we had set up. So any kind of improvement that would be done over there, we don't want it to affect our future advancement down towards that way. So we're looking at it here. with a presentation from them to do a master plan agreement. This is just a project services agreement from JPR. The alignment, like I said, lines up with our Living in Lincoln vision, coordinates public improvements with upcoming private investments at COPPUS and the UMC's United Methodist Church master plan, and COPPUS with their world's largest cabinet. Needing help with the parking, and also recently with walking around town doing a parking study, we do need to advance those talks faster. Last week we were at 78% occupancy, 85% is classified as full. And now with the holiday season coming, it's just going to get even more aggressive. A lot of that has to contribute to with the parking lot being closed for the library on their south lot. That takes up about 20 some spots that they have. So, but also we might have some relief coming too once COPPUS is moved down the way towards the end of the year. This is just another addition to that. The parking integration, it's a major focus in integrating the new COPPUS parking lot with the adjacent parking lot there at Methodist Church. It's going to create a cohesive and intuitive shared district plan. What we're looking at is to aim to improve the pedestrian circulation, making more routes, making them intuitive and safe, and enhancing alleyways. It's going to better connect any connection that you have from downtown to COPPUS Commons. And we can do that as well. We have reference to JPR about alley improvements. And if you want to go through the alley improvements ideas on this. So we are looking, can you go to the far right one to kind of give an overview of this? So that alleyway that connects there between where Messler's Shoes at Key Boutique is at, focus that way straight down there through that alley. That alley needs to be cleaned up and could use some love. Would be a good way to, one, keep pedestrians safe and light that way to the parking lot and kind of focus that way down there during nighttime, or even after 5 o'clock right now. So we can improve that with lighting and nice improved surface way. I've also have spoken with the community foundation on this. There is interest in that coming along with this too for another grant. So not only do we just improve the parking lot, but we can keep our community safe with getting to that parking lot and have that feel of connectivity going down that way. If you want to give an idea of the concept, go back to the examples. Mm, 2025. That'd be perfect. Yep, go up. November. And Living in Lincoln. Yeah, right there. So this is what our alley could potentially look like coming back from COPPUS to downtown.
Nice.
Just an idea with some help from our friends with AI. So that's one concept we can look at on that. Another one that we have coming up from downtown, if you want to exit back into go to Messler Alley. Yeah. So this is an idea too that we've been working with with Jeff Stilson on this. Jeff has created this drawing for us here. This is kind of homage to Messler's Shoes for their 90 years of business and what they had. Idea is to have the shoes on the wall to look like you would be walking down a shoe aisle. Community could paint their own individual shoes. So we could make this a community event, and then as well as carrying on our pattern with the lights going down to 2. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that too, I think this might be a good step or a good way we can continue to show our history for Napanee with this, and then as well as future ones for businesses who have been here for a long time, giving them the honor that they should have. That red on the bottom there is like a rubber paint that could stay there. If that's there, it can kind of be attractive to make it feel like it's like the carpet. And keeping it out of the way of the center of the alley would prevent us from having to replace that over time after it would wear, because this would still be an active alleyway. If you would like to exit out, we can go look at the shoe concept there. We have a box, and then on top obviously be a shoe that somebody would design. Tag would look like their name and information along with it.
So we're doing an art center project
Yeah, it could be an art center project with this. Yeah, we can call for the community to come do their own shoes if they would like to do.
So it'd be different styles of shoes. It's not gonna be the
That
shoe that they would create it with their own,
Especially,
the materials.
Yeah.
the height.
you wouldn't be wearing
That
that
would be a high heel. Yeah. A boot. Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Or one of the Red Wing shoes that Metzger's used to sell.
Mhm.
I'd put a still.
Stiletto, yeah. Sparkles.
Yeah.
And I've heard people too talk about like the annex and, you know, we were trying to reference the Metzler shoe in the
Right.
back with that.
You
So
remember going to the annex, or you're too young? Too young, sorry.
I was gonna say no.
You remember,
Whoops.
yes.
That's a little too far.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so the annex is there. Start there first.
So I can plan to share this with JPR as we begin this process of the agreement, so that way they can see it and have that planned in their area. Since we already have this basically planned ourselves for this. Looking for your guys' suggestions on the program, on the whole agreement in general, and then what you guys think about us making this a connectivity piece to downtown to make it feel like it is downtown parking.
I like the alleyway, especially as dark as that alleyway is. Right there between Metzler and Key Boutique. That alley is dark at night, really dark at night. So I like that idea.
It seems like it's a natural extension of what we've done on the other side of the street and just to be.
But
able to
I
do
know
this
that's-
here.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Brad.
yeah. No,
I know
sorry.
that's an active alley.
Yeah,
That's
very much.
used.
Yeah.
Will that be higher? What is our
Yeah,
high?
Brent suggests having it up at the our one across the street is I think at 16 feet. We're gonna be lucky if we can get 16 feet tall on this one with that one on the Key Boutique on the being on level.
Shoulder.
But as long as we are over the 14.6 on that, I mean, if we can do 15.6, I think we're gonna be good on that.
What is it? How tall is the tallest 18-wheeler that goes down
It's
there?
14.6 on the state of Indiana.
So extending what's done on the other side of the street down through this alley and then all the way down to Coppice, I think is a wonderful idea. So I really like that.
And I think a way we can keep it interesting too is with the pole lights, maybe figuring out how we can get our Napanee toppers on top of those poles going down there. So it's
Keep the theme.
keep the theme.
Yep, sure. And then maybe considering also going to the west and how that might tie in.
The west, yeah, we have that for the plan for when we do that plaza area for that whole alley to connect right into all that development.
So it seems like a nice link.
Yeah.
Considering the future, would have made it to the west as well.
And this is our thought too on starting with the bookends first, and then basically the idea of what